kid. Feels good to be back in the throne. Feels good to be back in the throne. Feels good to be healthy and not sick. Because I was for a little minute. But you could be anywhere in the world, and for those that's about to tune in, you're here with me. Start the show. Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. On a Friday, best day, best day. Ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Over here on this side, we deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometime, when the people don't be acting flaky, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you jump off the page, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time, and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. Because 2 weeks ago, we started the show off with valuing your time, valuing and appreciating your health. Because you never know when you're going to be up out of here, right? And starting off the show, do you ever think about when you out of here? Your record deal, video out of here, your Mercedes Benz and your Range Rover, all that shit is out of here. Well, I did the show Friday. Went to Heaven up in Harlem, 19th year, you know what I mean? Shout outs to my uncle, shout out to everybody that participated. Feeling good, feeling fine. Had a great weekend. Sunday, chopped it up with Lou and them, talked to, a couple other real ones about what we could do in the community. Sunday was regular Sunday fun day. Monday, went to the gym, ran 5 miles, worked out, did chest and back. Then nighttime, a little scratchy throat. You know the feeling when you start feeling like you're going to get sick. And then Tuesday morning, I woke up sick as a dog. So last Friday, we didn't do the show. I'm starting to feel better now, but it's funny how the last show talk about health and valuing your time. Because when you're sick, nothing else really matters. Like nothing else that's going on, not work, not your kids, not other worldly things. The only thing that you're really concerned about because you stuck now. It's like being locked up, it's being dead, the lesser version. You paralyzed. And depending on what type of sickness it is, obviously, if it's a head cold or stuff where you can function, you might still could go to work, put the mask on, etc. But I might have had COVID, I might not. Actually, the day I woke up real sick Tuesday, I had a doctor's appointment, because men, we do go get checked out. Although, the narrative, and I understand a lot of men don't go to the doctor to get checked out. We be scared of what the people be doing over there. We be looking with the side eye. You know what I mean? I got loyalty, got royalty in my DNA. And we be looking at them like they're going to make us more sick. And if I'm sick, then if I'm going to die, then fucking I'm going to die my way. I'm not going to let them speed up the process. And that may be like conspiracy, so hold on, that's not what it is. But a lot of men do think that. And so the narrative is men don't go to the doctor. They don't go get checked out. I'm not one of them. Maybe from being in prison, you got to go. Certain things you want to find out what's going on, so you go to the doctor. And, it is what it is. But anyway, I went. They took a COVID test. Thought I was going to get the results back right away, but I didn't. But they also then hit me on the bat line saying, listen, Mr. Rolak, woo, 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 So I think I just had a real bad, cold and sickness, and fortunately I'm better now. You know what I mean? Thanks for everybody that checked in on me. You know what I mean? Some people knew, some people didn't know. You know how I be. People be getting in their feelings. Like, ooh, they so sensitive. They'll never fix your lips. And, people be like, yo, you ain't check on me, but I see you on the gram, or you ain't hit my bat line. And sometimes that's accurate. And a lot of times people just be playing a star role in their own life, believe it or not. You know what I mean? Like, I equated to prison a lot. I know I talk about prison a lot, but on the channel, if y'all fuck with the channel, you know I'm not an angel, so I've been on top a lot, and a lot of the hard lessons that I, internalized or learned was in prison, right? But when you in prison and you don't know what's going on out, the world almost is at a standstill. You know what I mean? Like, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they was we got a mutual friend. They've been locked up for a long time, 22 years. And he like, yo, that nigga stuck in the 90s. And I'm like, yo, bro, he a young brother, probably 19, 20 years old. So he been locked up as long as he been alive, right? Damn near. And he like, yeah, man, I was trying to talk to, Cuzzo, woo, 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 and And he like, man, that nigga stuck in the 90s. And I'm like, well, I did time. I never did 22 years. All praises due, right? But I said, yo, bro, when you go in there, even though he didn't go in the 90s, he actually went in 2004, because when I was coming home, he was coming in, right? So it was like, coming upstate, rather. He still was on the island, for those that's doing the math with the 22 years, etc. Anyway, I'm like, yeah, when you go in, for a lot of people, not all, but for a lot of people, you stuck in whatever year you came in. Even though you get in the magazines, you see in the news, you on the phone with, certain family members, they telling you about current events, you just still stuck. And it's hard to explain, but that's the best way I can explain it. You just kind of stuck in that mind frame. But anyway, I brought that up to say people in prison, right? You don't really get to see so much what's going on. But somebody say, I'm going to come see you, and they don't come because they got sick, or they had to work, or they couldn't make it. They gave their word to come see you, and you expect them. You honor your clothes. And that's you for the people that was locked up like me. You getting ready, you up early, you know what I mean? You about to go dancing, dancing, dancing. We call a visiting floor the dancing room, right? You a dancing machine, and they don't come. So you mad, you in your feelings. Somebody call you on the phone, JPay or Securus, right? You taking the shit, you ain't bring your phone in the bathroom, so you missed the call. And ain't like they could just call you right back or send a text like, yo, 5 minutes, I was doing something, call me right back. They just think you curving. And that's not the case, but nonetheless, we should appreciate our time. We should be grateful for what we got. And the weekend is here, so the energy is up. Today is Friday, the best day, blessed day, as I like to say. And, Friday comes Jumu'ah, which is, like a church service on Sunday for the Christians, right? Except it's for the Muslims, right? Are you a Muslim now? And you go to hear the good word. You go to get me personally, right? To get that spiritual armor, for you could 52 block the shit that be coming to you. And I seen a good post. I didn't save it, but the brother had he had 4 cups, right? All of them was filled with water. He had the cup for him, cup for family, friends, and I think work, right? And he was like, when you don't, replenish your water, right? For lack of a better, and he had his glass maybe like half full. You give to your family, you give to your friends, you give to work, or whatever it is you do to sustain yourself, and ultimately, obviously, you sustaining your family. Unless you don't got one, then you sustaining yourself. Peter Parker, what's the word? And the first analogy that he gave, or the demonstration, I should say, that he was showing, it didn't pan out. It wasn't enough water, because his glass was only half full. He like, but when you be a little selfish and you make sure that you're all right, and he filled his glass up a little more, he like, now you got enough to give to the family, got enough to give to friends, got enough to dedicate to your life works, etc. Then, get a phone call out the blue, somebody going through some shit, so you got to pull a little more. Like, he was doing a demonstration like that. Some of y'all seen it, I'm only pointing that out to say, going to Juma, hearing the spiritual word, that's like filling my glass up. Because people is always, you know, on the back line, Lee, Popovich, Mage, cuz, woo, 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 people from prison, people all over. And, you know, I cherish, you know, those relationships and those bonds with people. Sometimes it can be draining because, you know, while they going through what they going through, you're going through what you're going through in life. Keep life, and as they say, and we all a star in our own movie. You know what I mean? Like everybody got the star role in the movie or the life that we have on this earth. And even though it's other great actors, and I'm just using that analogy, other people, they may swoop in for a scene, they may help you turn up on your movie, etc. Ultimately, you still are the star, and you can get drained, and so you need to replenish. That's how I replenish. But anyway, the good message today, before we get into some real other topics, this is a real topic, was in Islam, how holding our parents in high regard is very high on the totem pole, like in Islam, right? And you know, the Most High give us commands on obviously not associating no partners with Him, taking Him as the one and only, right? And then doing good by our parents. Reverencing our parents, reverencing the womb that bore you, for our moms, right? And our pops. Being dutiful to them, right? Respecting them, not condemning them, not talking crazy to them, not you know, shouting at them and just showing contempt or any type of form of, you know what I mean? And then even in some narrations, you know, they say, you know, our moms is the closest thing we'll have to the heavens, right? And when you analyze that, you say, damn, that's some heavy stuff, right? And you may be thinking like, I respect my moms, I respect my pops, and obviously, we can't choose neither one. They go in the back room, they go in the back seat, they conceive us in the bathroom, some on the kitchen, and they crazy in love, some on the beaches, some on the rooftops, right? Like, some is, you know, carbon broke. And that's you for the people that was born and your mom's, you know, was on protection or your pops wore condom and you still came. The old keep a nigga baby, I'm being funny, but I'm not. We don't choose them. We don't choose our race or none of that. We just come into the world. 1970-some, nigga, I was sweat the date. My mom's was late, so I had to plan my escape out the skins in this world of fly girls, Tangeray and Hennessy until I want to Earl. It's a big reference. Think about all of the people that you know, because as I'm listening, you know, to the Sherman, to the Cook Bar, to the Good Word, right? The Word to the Right, while he was saying, you know, what we need to be doing and what we should do, and you know, our moms being close to the Most High. And then he was like, think about the people that you know, like I'm asking y'all to do, who got bad relationships with their moms, bad relationships with their pops, disrespect their pops, disrespect their moms, never really there, not being dutiful, right? Not doing right by them, put them in homes, do all type of shit, you know what I mean? Look at their lives and how much turmoil and, you know, how much chaos, if you will, and bad shit or bad karma, right, that be taking place around them. While they always be saying the most and woo, 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 and this going on and nothing never go right, shit don't be going right. Yo, every time I turn around, and we all gonna have trials and tribulations because that's how life go. Nobody's gonna get through life unscathed. We all gonna go through this soda. It's not the pink, you know? Nobody's going to go through life unscathed. Nobody. We all going to have trials and tribulations. Even the Most High say at least twice a year some shit is going to happen to you. Test your faith, see where you at. See when we give you a lot, are you going to be grateful? See when we, Tony, come over here. See when we take from you, are you going to still be grateful, be patient that things is going to work out? You know what I mean? Whether it's loss of life, whether it's sickness, whether it's you ain't get that promotion. Ian Nixon, what's the word? Whatever it is, we all gonna be tested, right? But for those that have a disdain for their parents, for their moms, for their pops, for those that don't reverence them, as the good book says, in my opinion, as I was analyzing it today, listening, I'm saying, damn, like a few people was coming to my head. I'm like, man, Wonder why they always in some shit. Wonder why their life is always flipped upside down and they got a lot of chaos around them. They got a lot of fitna, as we would say. Like, every time you turn around, there's some negative shit going on with them. And you sit back and you think and you say, oh, like the meme with the black dude from what's that thing from The Wire? He from The Wire, right? The meme when a light bulb go off in your head. And you say, that's why. Because you're disrespectful to your moms. Because you don't show no respect to your pops. And I get it. That's why before I started, we can't choose our parents. Some of our parents ain't shit. They on drugs, or they put us in foster care. They let people touch us, or uncles do shit to us. They wasn't the best of parents, right? And so I can't tell you how you should feel if you fit one of these scenarios, as far as your pops being in and out of prison, not showing you how to be a man, not showing you what a man looks like. For the ladies, like, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? So you keep choosing wrong. I can't really tell you how to feel in any of these scenarios, but I will say this and keep it on the eye. Like we used to do in ASAC and KSAC. That's the drug programs. They make you take them off, even if you're not a drug user. They say keep it on the eye. I could say my mom's, right? Wasn't the best, but I still love my moms. Know what, mommy, if you watching, she watch sometime, or she on the playback. Ma, you know I love you. I do anything that I can to help you, easy for you, make it better for you. You always can hit, me on the back line, and she knows this, but we should tell the people that we love them often, because you never know when they're going to be out of here, right? But not the best mistakes and stuff. We look back, we all can, on our past as kids coming up, what our parents did wrong, what they did right. Still, nothing gonna make me change or say I wish I had different or whatever, you know what I mean? And disrespect them, make them feel some type of way. But it is people like that. And again, if you fit one of those scenarios, I won't tell you how you should feel, how you should deal with your parents, but you only get one. And if the Most High, right, if you believe, is saying the closest you're gonna get, not even your pops, but your moms. And I'm taking that to be, even though pops give you the life through this, busting off, your mother still carry you in the incubator for those 9 months. He like, that's the closest you're going to get to the Most High, right? Till you die, unless you make it. So when you think about that, we should be treating them with the utmost. And if you're not, then it's not too late. And if you are, keep on doing it. But let's get to some other stuff though, right? Now that we 17 minutes into the show. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Let's get to this DNC shit real quick. They finished off their convention, and I won't get it too political because that's really not the vibe. But I will say, they got y'all. Everybody that stayed up late waiting for that big Beyonce moment, and she was supposed to perform and come out, and all the single ladies and formation and all that shit, and she didn't. A lot of people was online making fun of it, playing with it, etc. I thought that was funny. Not to say that she wouldn't have came out for Kamala, right? Maybe she would, maybe she wouldn't. They was playing the Freedom song. They did have TMZ or somebody put that shit in the air. Like, she might be making an appearance, or she is making an appearance. And when you on TikTok and these different platforms, people was like, yo, they thought she was coming out. She ain't come out. Is that by design? Yeah, it's to get you to tune in. And, the president of joy, the president of joy, that's what they call her, Kamala, right? The president of joy. I don't know if she's the president of joy or not. I don't know if she's going to win. And again, I won't get too political, but I will just say on the subject, I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed when you put the beat on, that they use these tactics to get black folks to tune in. And I've said this on the channel before, since we've been in the political world or realm these last few weeks, because election time is coming. And you're going to have to vote, or you should vote. And real quick, while we're on the DNC, they asked, what's her name? Angel Reese. They like, yo, what you think of Kamala, woo, 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 and try to get her on the fish line, bait her in, bring her on in. And I thought she answered it. Out of all, interviews, and she obviously, she's been spinning in the clip for a little while with little shit, obviously, with Caitlin Clark and playing the villain and people getting on her. I said, damn, whoever's in her camp now, she getting seasoned up. She in the kitchen with the wrist twisting like a stir fry, like putting the seasonings and all that shit on there, because she handled that question like a seasoned vet. She like, not gonna lie, not really educated on that, and not haven't really been focusing on that. But whatever you do, you should go out and you should vote, because that's what we need. We need you to vote. And so I'll just say this like I've been saying all the time, because I only voted one time. I look at the government the same. I look at it like the same bird, whether it's the orange man or Kamala, whether it's Biden, whether it's motherfucking Bush, whether it's whoever. The government is the government in my eyes. And I think they'll do whatever it is to keep the status quo, to keep things the way they want it. They're going to always do things to bend shit to their will. That's just how I see it. You might get a little crumbs here and there. You might get something here and there. But ultimately, it's their way. And we can run from it. We can dread it. But destiny arrives all the same. That's just how I see it, right? So I say whoever you vote for, be informed. And no matter what, make sure the same oomph you putting into the presidency, election, you know, your local Congress, the Senate, you know, your local borough president, etc. Make sure you put that same oomph into you over the next 4 years. So that no matter who's in office, you putting your best foot forward, and no matter what they doing, you making your life better. You trying to make your life better. You doing whatever it is to get ahead and just to get by, just to get by, just to get by on some TaLkinG coalition. Whoever's in office, whoever's in the White House, make sure you putting your best foot forward to make your life better, make your kids' life better, make your family life better. Then if you could do that, butter pecan, so Frenchy, what's the word? Then if you could do that, because that's very hard, right? Because in Islam, right, they said the hardest jihad, which is war, is not going to war with somebody, picking up the pistol. You know what I mean? It's not going and blacka. It's not going to kill nobody. It's going to war with yourself. Self is the hardest. We are our own worst enemy, whether it's through procrastination, whether it's not being educated enough, whether it's wasting time, never on the check-in. No matter what it is, whether it's drugs, whether you get sidetracked with prison, running the streets, to get to be the best of yourself, your best version, only a few people do that. Right? That's why they excel, they become exceptional, they become to be the best around, and nothing's ever gonna keep you down. Like they the best around because they discipline, they self-resilient, like they break through all of the barriers. And like Beyonce said, she ain't never seen the ceiling in her whole life. That's word to blue. If you can do that, then the next thing to do is to link with other people that crack the code. If we was on some Tory Lane shit, because he always talking about he cracked the code. If you could crack the code, then you link up with other people that crack the code, then y'all can build some shit. Then that's when they start getting a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky, a little nervous. Put that oomph into you over the next 4 years, even the next year. That's the challenge. And let's see if you're gonna come out in your own way on some purple tape going racial. But let's get to this other shit, right? We in the end game because y'all seen the footage. I got the footage. I'm gonna play it real quick. Then you got Juvenile, right? Getting kicked off the plane. Should be right here. Should be right here. But it's not. I think I'll be sending shit to my other account and it'd be disappearing. I don't know why. But anyway, he got footage of him being in first class with his wife. They go to a show and shit. The flight attendants come to him randomly, so they say, and you are the winner, right? Random selection, the computer, and they try to downgrade him and send him to coach. And, back and forth with him. If you've seen the video, if you don't, then this is what happened. Verbatim, right? You go back and forth with him for a little bit, and then he ultimately like, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm not going to coach. I'm not going to embarrass me. You're not going to actually say, you're not going to disrespect me. That's actually his words, right? So I got on, you see him getting up. And then obviously the video cuts off before he gets off the plane. TMZ came out now, they're saying that the American Airlines, that was the airline, that they reached out to him on the bat line. Monique, what's the word? They reached out to him on the bat line, even though he's saying they didn't reach out. And pretty much they saying like the reason why this happened, because as I'm watching, I'm thinking about Pepper from Salt and Pepper, because this happened to her too. They kicked her off the plane, even though she brought 2 seats. She had the cast on, and I got the cozy soles on. Cozy soles, cozy soles. They kicked her off the plane. She got her money back, $2,500. But it made me think of that. I'm saying, damn, all these black celebrities and just people in general, but you're black and you want to go to South Africa, right? I'm being funny, but I'm not. Like, damn, Juvie been in the business for a while. And even like he said, he like, yo, I'm a celebrity. Like, yeah, tell them niggas. And that shit ain't mean nothing. Like, rich nigga, poor nigga, like, still nigga. Like, you an educated nigga, you an educated nigga. If you're a broke nigga, you're a broke nigga. But you never stop being a nigga. I can dig it. It's plain to see. Can't change me. That's an NWA reference, because I'm going to be a nigga for life. For those that be in the bag, get a little educated, get a little bougie, get you a little white joint. No, you're still a nigga in most places. Make no mistake about it. That's just the facts, right? And I'm not saying this is the case, but allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, he was supposed to be on another plane, and this is why they was able to downgrade him. Because I'm saying, damn, if you paid for first class, you in first class, you in your seat, you with your wife, you on your way to go, you know what I mean, make people back their ass, shake their ass, right? Girl, you're working with some ass there, some ass there. Like, you about to go put on, then they come to you like, excuse me, sir, we gonna downgrade you to coach, but you like, but I paid for first class. How are you downgrading me? I didn't think that was right. So this is the excuse that they're using. That wasn't his original flight. So on this flight, they're like, it's less seats in first class. So we randomly, also, do you see Dr. Strange? Tony, there's no other way. With some time stone, we go reverse it and put everybody's name in the hat, and you, Juvenile, you will be picked to go sit in the back with Coach. And so he got off the plane, you know, again, TMZ, who reported this, they said American Airlines reached out to him, they working it out, they trying to fix it, because it's bad publicity. And my thing is this, right? You hear Dr. Umar saying this shit. So I don't really got too much to do with it, but it do. I'm going to tie it in, right? He's talking about Jay-Z, though. Do I got that? At least do I have that? Yeah, right here, Dr. Umar.
Your question. If I sold dope for 30 years,
yeah,
and I gave it up and now I'm raising my kids,
yeah,
am I off the hook for creating a whole generation of drug addicts?
What have you done to amend for it?
What has he done to amend for it?
He's openly giving money to underfunded communities.
Stop. How many schools has he built?
None.
Stop. How many hospitals has he built?
None.
Stop. How many banks has he built?
None.
How many supermarkets has he built?
None.
I don't care about nothing else you got to say.
Shut that shit down real quick right now. You'll say, well, what that clip got to do, that was Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't know what podcast he was on, but he was talking about Hov, you know what I mean? H to the OV. And I'm bringing that up to say, right, like, obviously Oprah, she was one that was speaking last night. Billionaire, I think almost about $3 billion, they said, or roughly, when you look at, when you Google the network and all that. And a lot of these billionaires, the Rick Rosses of the world, you spending $30,000 on cows and shit, cow hoofs. I'm being funny, but I'm not. Umar's right. Schools, I own hospitals, I own shit. I own airlines on some soul plane shit, even though I don't want Snoop driving the airplane, and I don't want motherfuckers smoking and having bitches twerking in the cockpit while I'm trying to get to Miami, right? Where's these things at? And again, you say, yo, if you watching, like, yo, you go do that shit. True, we can go do it. First, we got to become millionaires and figure out where we're going to get the money from. And you, obviously, Dr. Umar Johnson, you know, side note, because this wasn't really a topic. Yes, shout out to my girl, Lotus Flower. Checked in on from TikTok. Can't go live on TikTok yet, even though I joined maybe like 45 days ago. I'm kind of getting bored with it a little bit, but anyway, told her to check me out on the channel. You see the background of Super Fire, right? She's like, I see you like Marvel. Yeah, anything Marvel. But you gotta say no supermarkets, no like regular local shit in you. Just think about, and I talk about this all the time, and I don't want to go off and go off, but sometimes the point need to be driven home. When you walk out of your crib, corner store, if you live in areas like that, that's the Arabs. You're going to get them money because you're going to go get a Lucy, you're going to go get a soda. You go, oh, let me get a chopped cheese, right? Put some extra peppers on it. You're going to go get a chopped cheese, right? If you ain't going to eat that, you're going to go to the Chinaman. You're going to go get some Chinese food. Let me get $2 extra shrimp on my chicken and fried rice, right? With the shrimps, you're going to get $2 extra work, right? When you go to work, you're going to go to Dunkin' Donuts. You're going to go get the Indians and people back and whoever's running the spots. Because it don't be, oh, but you're black. It don't be us. Oh, when it's time to get your dry clean, you just was out with your ladies, shaking your ass and come on, baby, come. Somebody spilled the drink on your shit. So you going to go to the Chinaman because he got the cleanest. He going to fix your store up. I mean, he going to fix your clothes up. You going to go to the 99-cent store because you making Thanksgiving dinner this year. And you cleaned your kitchen up finally. I'm being funny, but I'm not. And you need them little styrofoam pans. Just all these places that I'm bringing up, right? And then, oh, but you're black. When I say that, I mean the foundation of blacks. I mean black African American. DJ Chew, what's the word? Not the Africans, even though they black, but they not like us. That's what Kendrick was saying. And I agree. They got the little 99-cent stores. They got their little shops. The Jamaicans, the West End, they open up shop. Everybody open up shop in your neighborhood. So when you go out and that hard-earned money that you got all weekend, you giving it to all the other races. Nobody patrons your business. So when Umar like, yeah, Hov, and Oprah and all these other people, where's the supermarkets? Where's the hospitals? Harlem Hospital, yeah, got TaLkinG and all that on the front. Out the mirror that they got, if you ever pass Harlem Hospital, got all the inventors, the black inventors, etc., and Booker T. Washington and all that. But it's not owned by black. It's not owned by no blacks. I'm talking about foundational blacks, black African American, not from Sudan and not from all those other places. I'm talking about the ones that was brought over here, been over here for years, had babies and all that. What's up, my guy? We rocking. Friday night, you know what I mean? Doing what we do on a Friday night. Appreciate everybody tuning in. So back to the airlines, right? I mean, and the airline is something that's like way, like we don't need an airline. It'd be dope to have some Kevin Hart soul play. Imagine just going and you really see like the airline. Obviously, the movie was a black hit movie. You know what I mean? It's all black actors. They making fun of all the shit. Monique in there. You know what I mean? Patting a nigga dick down when he coming through the TSA. All of the funny, you know what I mean, stuff from the movie. Excellent, funny movie, right? One of Kevin Hart's best, right? In my opinion. We don't need an airline. We do need our own school systems. We do need our own hospitals, so when they talking about giving you the jizab, even though you ain't want to take it, most of us, right? But your job set otherwise, like the way your bank account was set up, right? A lot of people was forced to take it. They didn't really want to take it, and I can only imagine, and I don't want to equate it to the degree, because the women that face that probably like, nah, you out of line. But I'm only saying this in a sense. I'll put it like this. When I was locked up, and again, I use that a lot, because these are some of the things that be coming up. When they come in your cell, right, to search your cell, it always made me so fucking mad, right? Even though I didn't have much and I didn't have no contraband, I never was really worried about that, right? But they fuck your cell up, or they check your car, you ain't got none, they throw all your belongings, you gotta fix that shit up when they leave, and they do you dirty, right? You're a prisoner, you mean nothing, you're a number, nobody cares, nobody's checking, right? One of these dark blocks, they pull you over, fuck your whole car, break your tail light. You gotta fix that, and it leaves you with trauma. But I'm only saying in the sense of you don't want it to happen, but it's gonna happen. It ain't nothing you could do. You could crash out, as they say now, but you still gonna get that work. It's the same thing with the jizab. You ain't want to do it. Most of it. Now, some people was on the other side, like, nah, this shit killing motherfuckers. I got a grandmother. I got an elderly mom. But a lot of people, and that I know, that had little small babies and all that, 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 9 years old. And again, it's not really the topic, but it's pertinent. They had real hard decisions to think about, sending their kids to school with this hanging over their head. But imagine if it was black, and I get it. All black ain't black. Oh, but you're black. We know all skin, what is it, kinfolk ain't skinfolk, whatever, y'all know the saying. But I get it, but you would feel, I know I would feel, and I do feel, when I do got to go to the hospital, and instead of some Indian or whoever, Lisa, what's the word? Lisa Law. V Star Baby, what's the word? How do you feel when you going in, right? Like when you go in and when I see somebody that look like me, and I'm on the light skin side, I feel better. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I'm looking out for the black lawyer. If I got a case, now I know people may be like, nah, well you need a Jewish lawyer, or you need, you know what I mean? Like we gave them Jews money for Porsches. You know what I mean? We already put money in their pocket. You know what I mean? Let's not even start on them. But with somebody that look like you or come from the same places that you come from, so they can relate. Not all the time, but it is a little ease, and we need more stuff like this. So we don't gotta be worrying about getting kicked off the plane and shit like that happening that happened to Juvie. You know what I mean? Let's get to some other shit though. Let's talk about Tyrese, right? He was on the Breakfast Club again, right? Even though he had that little spat with I was about to say Charlamagne, but I think it was with DJ Envy and his girl, or it's not his girl, his wife. That's her husband. And he was on the phone with her when that whole breakup shit, right? So he got the movie 1992. A lot of people was talking about it, giving him backlash, but these are the two things I want to talk about. One is the fake jury, right? Now, I know I don't wear, well, if you just tuning in and you don't really fuck with my channel, then you may not know. But I'm not a jury guy. I never was, even as a young, a younger person. I used to take a lot of people's jury, and to me that always was like the invite. When you wearing jury and you want to be seen, it always was like, the wolves will come get you. That's not to say, it can happen to anybody, but that's just I never was into it, right? Whole life, I'll wear any little small trinket, right? But not like no big jury. But anyway, a lot of people do hold that in high regard. They need the big chain. You see Buster shit? Buster shit is crazy. Like, I'm talking about, that shit is crazy. And other people, Slick Rick, obviously, like, you got the Bird Eagle and all that, Ghostface Killer. You know what I mean? A lot of people put a lot of oomph into that. And, it ain't no secret that a lot of celebrities, they wear fake shit. They get moissanite, diamonds and all that. And it's smart, right? Because if you get booked, it's not real. Your shit is insured or whatever. And you're rich, you're a celebrity, you're an athlete or an entertainer. So people automatically assume that it's real. Jedi mind trick, like you already think it's real, nigga. Slick Rick come out with some big, heavy, you know what I mean? Some heavy shit. I'm gonna follow you back, young lady. Lotus Flower, I'm gonna follow you back. You come out with some big, heavy chain. You gonna look, all eyes gonna be like, oh, that shit is fire. That shit is real. That shit, anything real. A Mary Jeans or whatever the fashion is, right? You gonna think it's real. And so he was like, yo, I got this shit off Amazon. Got this shit like I got this off Amazon, right? Got this shit off Amazon. But my only thing is I have no problem with him wearing and admitting that it's fake and that he don't put much stock into it. But here's my thing for the shit that I just said prior to that. That's why I had to preface my statement first by saying some people put emphasis on it and some people don't. Well, if you don't, Tyrese, if you don't care about trinkets and, look in a certain way and it's fake, then the question that the congregation has is why push the image? Why push a narrative that you wear iced out diamond earrings, that you got a bracelet even though it was small, probably looking like it's worth millions? Why push that image if you don't really care about it? Mrs. Mandis was Mr. Mandis. So I'll be saying the names fucked up sometimes. Why push the image if you don't really give a fuck about it? Why Jedi trick somebody else into thinking that this is the wave, this is what you gotta rock, and this is how you gotta step out if you really don't give a fuck about it? If you really don't care, and you want to save money, like who else was Chad Ochocinco, right? Hall of Famer wide receiver, the Bengals that was Victor Cruz doing the dances, but he always had like some shit planned for the end zone when he scored, right? And he on the nightcap with Shay Shay, right? Uncle Shannon. Shay. She sound crazy. You know what I mean? He like, yeah, I used to eat McDonald's, even though that shit horrible for you, but if you ever watched some of their content and you heard him specifically speaking about how he's frugal with his money, how he's very mindful of what he's spending his money on, you see like, oh, I see why he ain't go broke. I see why he got money in the stash. I see why he's financially literate, right? And then you think of other people, you know, that get money, then they go broke because they buy all type of Bentleys, Ferraris, and all that shit. Like, I get money. Money I got. Nigga, I get, like, you get money and you spending money frivolously. Like, I mean, like, you just doing everything with it. Then when you look up 10, 20, 25 years later, after your career is over, and do you ever think about when you out of here, your record deal, video out of here, your Mercedes Benz and your Range Rover, all that shit out of here. Now you're looking like, damn, where did my investments go? Where did my assets, like, you know what I mean? Like, you just brought liabilities. You got nothing to fall back on. And so I get, and I respect what Tyrese is saying. My only thing is, why I push the image then to the people? That you got to step out with the watch on, even though it's fake. With the chain on, even though it's fake. With the pinky, with the earlobe, the light bulbs in your earlobe, if it's fake. Why I push it then? Because somebody's sitting back like, damn, nigga, time. Like, if he don't come out and say it's fake, which again is fine. And excuse, because I'm just getting over a cold too, for people wondering. People looking like, damn, this nigga's fly. You know what I mean? Singer, actor, made it on the, you know what I mean? Like, had a great career. Come on the Breakfast Club, blinged out. Anytime see the nigga got the nice chain on. People that's looking, because they value that, because they looking like, oh, that's a flex. They still looking even though it's fake, like it's real until they know it's fake. You still pushing the image. Same thing when Rick Ross or anybody, Floyd Mayweather, when they pay $20,000, $30,000, they sit front row at the game, chilling with Spike and them at the game, or they had a big event. What do they got on? Not no black entrepreneur shit. They got on Gucci, Fendi, Prada, Balenciaga, all that bubblegum shit. You getting all these people your money, and they got it though. So it ain't like us people, and I'm saying us because if you ain't them, meaning like you got their money, then that mean you broke. You like me, you know what I mean? You ain't got it. Might got a couple $100 and you ain't got it. Sitting front row with the garden with a whole designer suit on that say Gucci all over it, MCM and all, all this shit, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, y'all pushing the image, we get it. Why you ain't come to the game or to the Super Bowl and some black owned shit? Some shit nobody knew about, but you putting them on the map. That's what I respect. That's what we need to be doing. But you see a lot of the celebrities, I know they get paid, they sponsored a lot of them, so they gonna pull up to the game with certain shit on, certain sneer talk. And then it's like, I got designer shit, even I better stop buying that, but it lasts a long time. I still got shit in the closet that I wore 1, 2, 3 times, Gucci, whether it's Louis or whatever it is, Prada shoes that I done brought $600, $500, I still got them, right? And I'm saying that to say, all designer don't got the Gordy, they name all over it. You can have some designer shit that nobody know what it is unless they know. And I'll give you an example of that before we get off and talk about the next Tyrese shit. I ain't even gonna pull a clip up. What's this chick name? And excuse me again, I'm just getting over being sick. Shawnee O'Neal, her husband, right? The preacher nigga. The old preacher nigga, right? He's sitting up there. He got the Alex Mazanda McQueen, and y'all know I be saying words wrong on the channel. I got my GED, and I know how to count 1, 2, 3, so don't judge me, right? But somebody knew what it was because it was like, it's a nice shirt too. It's a nice shirt. A white collar shirt. Was it collar or was it V-neck? But anyway, it had the strap, right? It had the strap, and that's how they knew it was McQueen, right? So dude, he asked him for what, not 1.5, like the purple tape, not 1.5, serial numbers clean, say no names like yes or no. The purple tape, 1.5 million, say no, not 1.5. He asked him for 4 million to build the church back up. And somebody in the comments, they did a video, I think it was Mr. Let Go, right? That's his name. He's like, yo, my nigga, how the fuck you asking the people that don't got shit You wearing a $900 shirt and you asking us for donations. Do that even make sense? That's like going to the welfare office like some of the chicks do. This is a side note, but this is my show. We unscripted. You got the Louis bag, you got the flip-flops on, you going in there, you need help, you go into a face-to-face, but you design it out. And I get it, the people that's going to be seeing you, they can't determine whether they're going to block your blessings and not give it to you because you got Gucci, Fendi, Prada on, but you go in a face-to-face to get help because you need help, but you design it down. That's like, that shit don't even make sense. So you asking us for $4 million to help donate, but you got a $1,000 shirt on. Make it make sense, as they say, right? And so we gotta do better. You know what I mean? We gotta do better than that. But let's get to the last thing, Tyree. Well, I didn't watch the whole interview. Interview was like an hour some change, but I wanted to talk about the fake jury because I thought that was interesting, and the married part, right? And I do want to play that clip though.
5 hours. And I did not want to do anything from Hollywood because, first of all, there's a lot of white people that are makeup artists and they don't even know nothing about this black tech.
Not that. This right here. Let me see.
Female artists want to be SZA, Summer Walker, Aiko, or this or that, and all these different women out here who keep going and bashing men in their songs. Jasmine Sullivan, Mary J. Blige. If you want to sell out arenas, they're not buying love right now. They don't want to hear about how much you love your husband that you're actually going home to.
Say what?
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel
Drink the
better.
coffee.
These women ain't going home by themselves.
They're not?
Okay? I bust the windows out your car. And after I bust the windows out of his car, I'm going home because I love you. And I hate that we even took shit to that level.
Like,
I
baby,
just
where
released
you
a
at?
video titled
That's my guy,
TikTok
Shazette.
Hates
That's his own
Wives
YouTube
and
channel.
Married Couples.
And his shit is called
Now
the
we
coffee.
can-
This shit called the coffee pot. Drink the coffee and it'll make you feel better. So I say like this is something I talked about on the channel as well. Like we been knew Beyonce was married to Hov, right? They've been married for a long time. We also knew that they was together, but they wasn't together. Like we go together on some sexy red shit. And Hov came out in the song like every time your name was brought up, I would act all nonchalant in front of an audience. You was just another shorty. You was just another shorty. I put the naughty on, but truth be told, you threw me for a loop. It's Hov. And y'all know he's talking about Beyonce on the song, right? Then they came out after that, but they kept their business quiet. That helped their relationship, as opposed to what we see now. Every little dinner, every little foot rub, every little trinket your man buy for you, or every little shit is for the internet. You run tell that on some Martin Lawrence shit, which is one of his best stand-ups. You run tell that, and I gotta talk about my life and how I see it. Ain't a little thing, every little bum-ass pancakes you made. You putting that shit on the gram or Facebook like, yeah, I just made my baby some blueberry pancakes. All right, and? All right, and? You don't get no, you know what I mean? Like, okay, we get it. You want to be on reality TV. You want to be on Love and Hip Hop, the black light. What's the word? Like, we get it. Every little shit you do, you want to put on the gram. But for a long time, people ain't even know they was together. We're talking about Hov and B, right? The 03 Bonnie and Clyde, Hov and B, we ain't even know they was together. But then she was married. They came out with the song. Obviously, Nicki Minaj was married. Now, I get it. She was fucking with me, fucking with Safari. You know, whether you like them or not, whether you like the nigga she with now, that's her husband. So, you know, Cardi B, you know what I mean? I ain't cooking and cleaning till we see the video with Offset sitting back with the camera on her while she was sweeping and cleaning. And then in the video, if y'all know what I'm talking about, if it's still spinning on the internet, he like, yeah, she telling y'all, you know, I don't think he say he's telling y'all bitches. But he was like, yeah, she telling y'all she don't cook and clean and all that. What's she doing right now? He was recording her. You know, when their house was clean. It was a fucking big ass house anyway. And they might even been trolling us. But that was his way of letting y'all know, like, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Because this bitch be in here cooking and cleaning. And anytime I cut, and putting up with the most, right? Like, I don't know if they getting divorced for the 20th time. You know what I mean? Like, you told Harpo to beat me. And that's you, silly. You know what I mean? They getting divorced for the 20th time. She's still with the nigga. So Tyrese pointing out, like, listen, The industry, and I don't know if the industry is doing this or not, as far as pushing the narrative on some love, hate, you know what I mean, on some do the right thing. When you bring them together, like love is losing, then all of a sudden love comes. Y'all know what I'm talking. One of the funniest parts in the movie, rest in peace, Radio Raheem, right? Be with the nigga for the 20th time. You pushing a certain narrative, or so it seems, that, you know, we single with it. Everything is, what's the song Gorilla came out with? I ain't got a nigga and a nigga ain't got me. The F all, you know, all that shit, right? And the women loved it, right? And it hit hard. I ain't gonna lie. Is that really the narrative, or is these people duping certain people that's falling for it, right? Because it's like all of them is married. They in serious relationships if they not married. Mary was married till her husband took her to the cleaners. A lot of women didn't like that, but it is equal opportunity, equality, and she was making way more money. I think he was a manager or whatever the case. You know what I mean? And she had to go back on tour, shake her tail fed that 50-something. And Mary's still looking good, too. We love the queen of R&B. Like, make no mistake about it. There won't be no NJB slander over here. Besides her playing the fucked up mother role in the universe on Power, we love NJB, right? But we know that she had to go out and shake her ass again and back touring just to pay and spousal support. But she was married. All of her most hardest hitting songs is about pain. It's about, you know what I mean, being done dirty, and why you don't love me the way I love you. Like almost all her songs, that her best songs, like, you know what I mean, is about that. But she was married, and so Tyrese he was speaking on that because he was married. His marriage got taken away, and obviously his wife is taking him back to court again, trying to get more money. I think she's trying to get $40,000. A lot of women was happy about it. They're happy, but it's like, hold on. Let's rewind on some small line. Let's stop. Think about it. He didn't do anything wrong, guys. He didn't get caught cheating, to my knowledge. She filed, and then even she came out saying, like, yo, I had people in my ear. If I would have reversed this shit like the Time Stone, Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. She like, if I would have listened, I wouldn't have got divorced. So why are you trying to take him to the cleaners now? Why are you playing a role? Then you look at her channel, because she on YouTube now. And shout out to everybody that's watching on YouTube and on Instagram. Appreciate you. You about to get out of here in maybe like another 10 minutes or so. I think I got like 2 more topics. Why are you doing this to him if you didn't want to get divorced? If you was listening to the wrong people? And then on her channel, you know what she talking about? Relationship issues, but she on the men's side. I don't know, ladies who are watching now, if you familiar with Samantha, her channel was strictly what women need to be doing to keep their man. How ironic. Shit that men ain't going for. How ironic. Like everything is almost, it's like the red pill rhetoric. For those that know about the red pill and the blue pill, and you Neo and you gonna come out of the Matrix. I just thought that was funny. I don't know if the industry is purposely pushing that, but it is over. It could be exhausting. Like he said, they ain't really pushing love, and in fact, as far as R&B is concerned, it ain't been nothing for a long time. I mean, since I would dare say since Kel's been locked up, Trey Songz for a little minute. Obviously, Chris Brown still putting on. He is today's MJ, if you will, right? But not like on some R&B shit, on some Jagged Edge, on some, you know, some Freakum type shit. You know what I mean? Some Babyface and all that type of vibe. It ain't been like that. It ain't been like that. I'm just keeping it a buck. You know what I mean? It ain't really. It's like more auto-tune. I won't even say T-Pain. It just ain't really been, even the female singers. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody really coming out like that to me. You know what I mean? And that's why the industry doing bad. All right, let's get to this last shit real quick, right? Two more quick things. The Judge. I did a show about this. I talked about this. Kareem Akbar. He is the true leader of the CNB, and if I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me, right? Shout out to Nino. The judge that locked he handcuffed it, he didn't lock up. Kenneth King out of Detroit. I did a show about this. They was on the field trip. She fell asleep in the courtroom when they was having their field trip. We never went to the courtrooms. I wonder why. We went to the museum. We went to Coney Island. We went to the museum again. Like, we never went to the courtroom, right? And he put her in cuffs, put the jumpsuit on her. First, when the story first came out, it was like, I said it was excessive, right? Said it was a little bit much, you know what I mean? For you to be a man, to be in a position of power, to really act like that. It's kind of, I hate to say like feminine vibes, how women be always trying to push that on men. I'll just say in your feelings vibe for just obviously a little girl. You know what I mean? I get it though, because this is his words. He like, yo, I haven't been disrespected like that in a long time. And as a judge, I'm probably sure a couple of criminals he convicted when like, you got any last words or you want to say something? I'm sure he got all type of grizzlies and Franks thrown at him and fuck yous and fuck your mother and, you know what I mean? Like, here's what they think about you. Here's what they think about. Look it up later. Hold on, Tank has something to say about it. All right, yeah, you're right. Tank, but what's the last song that he really had? What's the fuck you song? Yeah, I like Tank. And Tank wrote for a lot of people too, so you're absolutely right. But what's his last album that wasn't really rocking like? In fact, when we going on these R&B concerts, who's there? It's the Jodeci's, it's the Carl Thomases, it's Tank. It's just like yesteryear. It ain't really up to date, really. You know what I mean? So to speak. But you are right. But anyway, the judge, he put the cuffs on her, put the jumpsuit on her, sent her to the back, and it was kind of given like, damn, bro, you know what I mean? And then come to find out, unfortunately, yeah, that's true too. R&B in this part. Come to find out, the young girl and her moms, they homeless. So that's the reason for her being tired, falling asleep, not getting no sleep at night. And when you hear stories like this, the moms come on, she's like, I'm a single mom, it's hard for me, and it is. And that's why you shouldn't, you got to choose wisely, women. And even when you choose wisely to the best of your ability, you still might get tricked. So that's why you really have to try to choose wisely, and you have to value, giving somebody a kid, because you can die on the table. It's rare now, obviously, medicine, technology, science. You really see, women dying, due to giving birth, but it's still a possibility. Still a possibility. So you have to be careful, right? Because you still could get tricked. But anyway, she's like, yo, I'm a single moms. We go home to home. We don't even really got no stable living place, right? And I see in the story, I'm like, damn, it's fucked up. Because at first it was like falling asleep, being disrespectful, giving attitude, giving bad behavior, giving somebody's not parenting these kids right. And when I first did my reaction, I've been to mad schools, right? I've been to mad classes. For my situation, my small boys, and seeing other kids. Kids are bad. It's too many videos, kids beating teachers, talking crazy, telling you it's like a dick, you're not supposed to eat in class, eating a whole Subway sandwich, you drinking Dunkin' Donuts, like you got a whole big gulp. You know what I mean? Like you doing the most, and the reading is down, the math is down, the overall awareness and what's going on. A lot of jiving and sucking and jiving, but they can't quote the latest rap songs, the latest dirt, the latest sexy red. And again, I was the same way a lot of us was. And if you know me, I got my GED, didn't finish high school, wasn't the brightest in school because I didn't take it serious. And you see other ethnicities, if you will. Obviously, they got class clowns and dumb people in all races. But the narrative is what I'm saying. And the only reason why I'm pointing it out, because it's important, even for the people that's going to be in the back, like, nah, it's black just as smart as Asian. Of course it is. Motherfucking right. But the narrative, and when you look at certain videos and the shit they put out, it will lead one to believe that we definitely low. And a lot of us are, because we don't put enough emphasis and importance on education. It's the Jordans, it's the LeBron book bag, it's the new hairstyle, it's the barrettes, it's the baby hairs. I gotta swag my little baby out. When she go to school, she gotta be on fleek so she can kill these bitches. Some parents think like that. And you will say, damn, you sending your daughter to school to style on the bitches? At 10 years old, 11 years, 12 years old? Don't they supposed to be learning and being all they can be? Right. But that's some parents. So when I first seen the story, I'm like, falling asleep. He was saying she was being disrespectful. I got to take him at his word. You know what I mean? And I don't know how you quantify disrespect. Maybe it was like sit up, and you know how kids be with the attitude. Why my chair keep going down? The attitude, or just the demeanor, like I don't really want to be here, and you probably don't. Who going to go to a motherfucking a field trip courthouse? And they talking all this court jargon, the 3 branches of the laws, the judicial, the executive, and oh, we don't want to hear all that shit. Trying to, you know what I mean? And when you find out that they was homeless, which is unfortunate, but I'm bringing the story back up because they suing his ass. And although you can sue a ham sandwich, and a ham sandwich can be indicted in the court of law, then you got to go to trial and all that, waste taxpayers' money. I've been to trial blue, been to trial and won, right? So I know. I said, they gonna sue him. I hope they win. Whether it's probably not gonna come out of his pocket anyway. It's probably gonna come from the city, and then maybe they can, have their situation a little better. This is the last thing I want to talk about. Then we out of here. How long we been on here? YouTube is saying an hour because I got some shit to do. This is the last topic though, because it's important, and I think a lot of people need to move like this. So last night we was out. I was in Brooklyn at Jehovah, brother named Jehovah. Had never heard of him before. He was having a listening party for his album called Soft Girl Era, right? And it was dope. It was lit. Friend of a friend hit me up, hit another person up like, yo, if y'all ain't doing nothing, pop out, take pop of his TV, go fuck with it. Brooklyn stand up for sure. We was out there. It was lit. Ambiance was nice. It was a secret location, right? We had the RSVCP and all that shit. Anyway, when I got to interview him, and I'm gonna put the interview up after this live on my YouTube. I'll keep it a buck on the channel. One, I'm authentic. I'm transparent. I love people that's transparent, and sometimes it could be a detriment, and sometimes it works in your favor. Meaning like you being your true self, you know what I mean? You're not, like Hov says, you can come set up the cameras, let the video run in my real life, complete with, you don't gotta pretend. So when the cameras stop, and people be like, where your accent go? No, I'm not an actor. What you see is what you get, and what you get in this your ass kick. So I start the interview off like, listen, bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know you. I never heard of you. Never heard none of your music. And I told him that. So when we interviewing him, it's like, dog, you asking the same questions that everybody know already. Well, I don't know, because I don't know you, and I never heard your music. And his first response was, why the fuck did my video end? That is foul. No. Why they do me like that? Oh, that is super foul. Anyway, damn. Let's try to do it. Motherfucker. Wow. What the hell happened with my Instagram? Shit just went off on me. Foul. Instagram is foul. Like what? It say it looked like something I could send harm to somebody. They be having all these dumb fucking rules. Cocksuckers. That message went away before I could see it. Anyway, Instagram just said it looked like I was trying to share something that was harmful. I don't know. This is a play gun for people reporting me. It's from the Deadpool movie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. But anyway, so I'm like, yeah, I never heard of you. Woo, 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 And the brother is like, that's good because you here now. Good, positive attitude. And the only reason why I wanted to bring this last topic is, we live in the digital world now. I'm a content creator. I got Pop of his TV. I appreciate you rocking me. A lot of people as content creators, they social media influencers, etc. And a lot of my brother Carr, assalamu alaikum, fresh to death. What's the word, right? The black lighthouse. What's the word? A lot of people just assume that you know who they are. Like they got 100,000 followers. Every woman you meet that's on Instagram, and I'm being funny, but I'm not. You know, they're Fashion Nova model. They got an OnlyFans, and they got 1,000 followers. They got 100,000 followers. Every single one of them, right? And so off the rip, and I've been in situations where you around these type of people, and they just assume that you know who they are. They think they stars, and it's no not. Especially if it's organic and you really got all them followers. Like Rick Ross said, we really thought you owned them cars. Or idols become rivals. We really thought you owned them cars, nigga. Y'all niggas don't really own them cars. And if you got your shit organically, which is very hard to do, then salute to you. But still, everybody don't know you. Everybody don't know what you do. Everybody don't know what your channel is. And so he got I think almost 60,000 followers. So I'm like, yo, bro, I never heard of you. I don't know you or whatever. And he was like, that's cool. I'm happy you here now. And that's a great attitude to have, because when you just assume that everybody know you, but you're not Beyonce, but you're not, Rick James, bitch. You're not somebody that's like, oh, how would I know you? What do you do? I see you got a lot of followers, but what do you do? Leah, what's the word? Like, people just assume, and their attitude is that. So last night we was at his listening party as an artist, and I'm gonna put the interview up after this. I asked him what's some of the stuff he learned. He's like, yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. I made calls before I needed to make them. I rushed stuff when I didn't have to rush. I did bad business and woo, and I learned this all learning. I'm gonna put the interview up. He was down to earth, mad cool. I believe he out of Charlotte or South Carolina or North Carolina. Been up in New York for a little while. But the night before that was at another listening party out in Queens. We was outside. I'm feeling better now, even though it still sounds like, I'm sick, but I'm not. Went out Wednesday to another listening party, right? And there was some hostess there, the type of people that I just was talking about. The ladies, right? Like, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? And they had good energy. I respect that. I appreciate that. Because again, just because you a hostess, just because you got 100,000 followers and you got a lot of nice Fashion Nova outfits on and you look good. You know what I mean? Like, you look good. Rooted to the tutor, you look good like that. You be acting like you all the way up here and niggas is groupies or they fans. When I'm a content creator too, so when I come to get a video of you or take a picture or interact with you, you should treat me with dignity and respect like I'm giving to you. And often, too many times, if y'all know, y'all know. And that's why I just kind of got done with going out and trying to help people get on in the business. It's a brutal business, but I used to be out all the time. Always in somebody VIP, always buying bottles, always out, hanging out. And you be around a lot of these different type of people, and they think they motherfucking Michael Jackson. They think they really somebody. And I'm not knocking for anything that they done. The point that I'm trying to convey, love, faith, what's the word? What I'm trying to convey is that they think they up here. They think they on par with Beyonce. They think they Oprah, one-name people. Like, damn, you not Prince. I don't know you. You got a video, you got 10,000 followers or views, but I don't know you. And you should treat me just like how I'm treating you. You should talk with me and not act like I'm some fan. But a lot of them do that. And they don't, they be fake with the pictures or whatever. But these particular young ladies that was out, and the footage is up on my channel, on Instagram and YouTube. Shout outs to everybody that came out. We working productions. Shout outs to crew. Shout out to Sway. They put on a good event. The food was good. Everything was good. And the people that they had hosts was good hosts. And that's all you really want to, take from this. Be respectful. Don't assume everybody know you. And when people pay you to do an event and host. Be, participate. Go introduce yourself. Go talk to people. Just don't be on your phone getting paid and doing your little video, but nigga pays you to host the event and make the event live, but you don't do that. Because that's the quickest way to not get the call again. I know if it was me and I was giving out and I was paying you, I know what I'm going to say on the channel before we get out of here. Because that's your money, son. Because that's your money. And if it was my money and I want it now, and you come to my event, whether you got 100,000 followers or not, yeah, I look good. But when you come, are you going to be the hostess? Are you going to mingle with the people? Are you going to take pictures, take videos, and interact? Or are you going to be, I got 100,000 followers and I look good, and my eyelashes is on fleek, and these niggas is groupies? No, sweetie. No, it doesn't work that way. But some people attitude is like that. So the ladies that was there, they was real good, and the event last night was good too. But that's enough time for me today. Y'all know who it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in to my show, Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.